Hey, collective, it's Anne-Marie. This is hilarious. The phone's ringing. You know what? No. So this is now the 5th time I've tried to record, and my bracelet, my other bracelet broke on the 2nd recording. That didn't, and I found that very interesting. Someone may be trying to block you. Also, be very mindful. This may be attached to the message or not. Just be mindful. If you have ate some food and an hour or so later you're hungry again, be mindful there may be some weight spells going on around you. Yeah. Weight spells. Oh yeah, false narrative discernment. I knew it. Look at that clown. Oh, where's the baby? Oh, the baby. Be mindful of the story you're telling yourself. Having a negative narrative is destructive and simply not true. Listening to your ego-based story. For every negative thing you say positive. But the message I got from this is that there's been this false narrative spread around you. And you may not realize there possibly is still some people that are in your energy. You may not have everyday contact with them, but sporadic contact with them. And Spirit is calling for you to use your discernment, because these are part of the people that are trying to spread the false narrative. You may have a sporadic conversation with them, and everything that you tell them, they may turn it around and tell other people the opposite of what's going on. What are they getting out of it? Oh, they've been doing it, Spirit said. They've been spreading this false narrative about you. Well, we know this. This is nothing new, right? What else do we need to know? There are probably a lot of projections going on. Ooh, sacrifice. Reclaim. Your strength is needed to pull back your power. Pull back your power from these people trying to come back in your energy, or that are still in your energy, to gain a perspective of the situation. You have gone through an emotional sacrifice for way too long. It's time to claim, balance, and nurture yourself by standing in your power. Yeah, there's like a passed away soldier in like a little gully there. Like, I don't know, what is the gully? I don't even know. That's the gully made. Is that a word? I don't know. It's Amoryism. I made it up. I'm sure. I think there's like a gully, like a thing. What? I don't know. I think what resonates. If something doesn't resonate with my message, it's not for you. These are collective messages. I never thought I really had to say this, but I get comments on my YouTube channel, and not on TikTok too much, because, the trolls just watch there, but YouTube, they really try to get your energy. If the message doesn't resonate, that's okay. It's a collective reading. If you want a more personalized reading, you can email me at sagingofthesoul@gmail.com. So Spirit is saying that your strength is needed when these energies come around, and you'll know. Spirit's wanting you to take the leap and to have courage in this. Spirit's going to be giving you some signs about this person or this group that has been spreading this false narrative about you, because you have good news coming in. And so Spirit's saying, we say this all the time. Shh. Shut your mouth. I know you're like, I'm just going to tell you my bestie, or I'm just going to tell my family, I got this great new opportunity coming in, or I got a closing on a house, or I have this new interview, or I'm getting a new car, or whatever it is, or in this good relationship. Shh. Don't tell everybody your business. And Spirit is saying that you have good news coming, and that's why it's going to be important for you to use your discernment and who you tell about. It's not that you have to be quiet all the time about stuff, but those of you who know, when you know. People, especially people that you have been on a journey with, it could be your family or friends you've known a long time. It's like you've always, whether it's toxic or not, but you've always been on an even playing field. And when you take, thank you for the confirmation. When you take the blue pill or the red, whatever, you take the pill and you start to do your healing work, your vibration goes up, you're healing, right? But these people down here, they have a choice to do the work or not. They're like, oh man, look at her, look at him. We started here. They think they're better than me. When in fact, you're just healing and growing. That's what we're supposed to do. I remember I went to a high school reunion many times ago. It was a while ago. I think it was like the 10-year one. I can't remember. It was 5 or 10 years. It was a while ago. And we were in the bathroom, and one of the women I went to school with, she was like, oh my God, you've changed so much. And I'm thinking in my head, like, bitch, you haven't. And aren't we supposed to change? Aren't we supposed to change and grow? And people who care about you are either going to grow with you or they're going to recognize this is what you need to do for your life. And if they have unconditional love for you, they'll let you do what you need to do. Not let you, but you know what I'm saying? Not do this fuck shit that people be doing. So you've like grown, healed, and all that. And so they're looking at you. I don't know why I'm doing this visual. But they're looking at you like, man, I want that, but I don't want to do the work. So I'm going to do spell work, binding work, all the stuff, spread these false narratives about this person because I have my own insecurities, unhealed trauma. I'm jealous. They have the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of envy, the spirit of greed on them. They have all these attachments that keep them at the low vibration. And that's okay. We wish them well, right? And it's usually 9.99999 times out of 10, it's the people closest to you because you started out here. Maybe you got a, degree, or you started mastering a gift, or you started, doing really well in your life. You finally found a good relationship, or whatever it is. And this person or this group has stayed here, and they probably are used to getting their way by manipulation, gaslighting, spreading these false narratives about people, doing all kinds of things to get other people's money and energy and time. And because you're vibrating so high, they're unable to do that. And so Spirit is saying, be very mindful, because people who stay stuck in the past, people who don't heal and grow and evolve, they have a lot of jealousy and envy for the chosen ones, or the ones, again, who's made the choice to do the deep, dark, healing work. It's not easy. We just make it look that way sometimes. But seriously, this is what's important to be very mindful who you share your information with. Wait to talk about that new Maserati. I don't know if people even get Maseratis anymore. You can tell my age. Wait to tell people about that car so you pull up in it. Right? What else we need to know about this spirit? Show me. Ooh, didn't I just say they have there's some trauma, childhood wounds? Right. And so this is about if your inner child is looking to heal so you can move on, understand the situation, new light, going through within. It talks about energy work, healing work, different types of healing work. But it's these individuals that have these inner child wounds that they never really healed. They are responding out of an unhealed child. Right? And you may not even realize that's why it's important to use your discernment. And this may also be, if you still keep these type of people in your energy, there may possibly be some trauma around some inner child wounds where the only attention you got was from toxic and negative people, so it's familiar to you. And toxic doesn't have to be this horrific toxic. I mean, toxicity shows up in all kinds of ways, right? And so if you've been someone who your whole life or in your childhood you're around narcissists or toxic people, or just people, excuse me, who don't want to see you thrive, then what is it, Spirit? You may be used to being in those situations, those cycles, so you may have some reservations about really letting this go. Well, this was my sister, like my sister. Let me tell you, my family are diabolical. And I was under this illusion for 47 years, 48 years of how the pedestals I put them on, realizing that they were using the foots of those pedestals to keep me sick and stuck and in the dark about what they've done. So be very mindful. We're almost at 9. Excuse me. Creativity. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on, meatballs. Okay, sorry about that. Spirits want you to discover new creative ways to express yourself. This will help balance out. And we always talk about this, when we remove people from our lives, it gives space for what's meant for us to come in. However, there is that time frame in that space when we have to walk this journey by ourselves. We have to get used to that, to step into our own power. So when Spirit does bring the people and places and situations, the people who we can share good news with, that will keep it safe and uplift us, there needs to be space and room for that. But there is a period of time that we need to be by ourselves. And Spirit is saying this is a time for you to discover new creative ways to express yourself. And we're out of time, and I think the restaurant's getting ready to open because it's 2:59. I hope you're healthy and happy. I truly do, and full of joy. May you love and be loved, you guys.